channel. In this video, we are going to have our discussion on the concept of determining your talent in this lifetime. How just by looking at someone's chart, you can find out in which field or which specific skill is going to be the reason for this person's rise and shine in this lifetime. And just because friends, today at the time when I'm recording this video, it's the holy and auspicious occasion of the birth anniversary of Lord Krishna, Janmashtami. So wish you all a very happy Janmashtami. Trust me friends, whenever you get a chance to read about Lord Krishna, specifically all the preachings and teachings of Bhagavad Gita, so all of the life's turmoils, miseries and the problems, the solution to all of those troubles can be found in these holy spiritual wisdom and knowledge. Like the way friends, we say this thing that the divinity and the gods and the divine path is like a ocean. It all comes down to how much attention and with how much potential and capability you are walking towards that ocean. So if you are walking with a eligibility and potential of a spoon, so you will come back getting and receiving that spoon of water. And if you are taking a bucket with you, so you will get that much of divine grace and knowledge. So it all comes down to your intention and your dedication on that path. So okay friends, now coming to our today's discussion. So just because today we are going to have our discussion on determining your talent, what is the right approach of doing the scrutinization of the chart. So I got the idea to make a video on this topic because someone commented on one of my video of either the Samsa chart or something pertaining to profession. So I just realized I have already uploaded this video on my Hindi channel, but I did not get the chance to upload a video on my this English channel. So why not on this holy and auspicious occasion, we should have our discussion on this topic. So okay friends, now whenever we talk about anything to do with your talent, so definitely which house you have to see. So you have to see the third house, because friends, like in today's day and age, you have to evolve with your terminologies, the way you approach a chart. Like the way whenever we talk about 11th house, I always use the terminology for the 11th house that it is the house of success, because in today's day and age, what do you need to be successful in the society? You need to be collaborating with influential people. You should have good contacts, and it is actually the house of the results of all of your actions being done in the 10th house. So like the way, same way friends, if 11th house can be seen as the house of your success, so when we talk about the house of your talent, for that you have to give attention to your third house, because third house represents your inner drive, your motivation, your courage, your valor. All those people, like whether you are a singer, you are a musician, you are a content creator, you are a YouTuber like me, so all of those freelance people, self-employed people, all those entrepreneurs can be seen as connected with the third house. And the beauty of the third house is that this house also fills and infuses that spark of taking initiative at the right time. So not only your physical prowess get denoted by the third house, but also your mental awareness of taking action at the right time. So because of which friends, third house can be looked at regarding any of the concern of determining someone's talent in this lifetime. Now that is entirely a different thing, whether you are going to make your skill or in whichever field you are good at, are you going to convert that into your full-time occupation, your profession or not? Whether your that skill is going to be remain as an amateur with you, or you are actually going to convert it into some financial lucrative business model as well. So for that we have to give attention to the support of the second house, which is the house of your financial earning, or let's say for example 10th house or 6th house. But that is a different forte. Here we are not talking about your profession, your career. Here we are just talking about that what exactly is your talent. You might be working in a government job, working in bureaucrat, but your talent might be lying in being a very good cook, or being a very good like a poet, being a very good singer. So it all comes down to which specific house you have to look if you want to determine someone's talent in this lifetime. So friends, to begin with, like the way I mentioned this thing, that you have to look at the third house. Now friends, the connected divisional chart or the Varga chart with the third house is your D3 chart or the Drakana chart. So now, because this is what the beauty of our Vedic astrology is, that like for any specific area of your life, if you want more elaborative information, so we have a connected divisional chart for that. So definitely, just by giving attention to your third house in the main ascendant chart and the dignity and the strength of the third house lord, it is going to give you this idea that how much dedicated, refined this person is going to be in any of the skill in which he will be engaged in. Because friends, you must have witnessed and heard all those references and instances, like for example, someone who was destined to become a very good astrologer, or someone who was destined to become a very good athlete. And if you will dig into the past of that person just undertook that a skill or that profession just out of curiosity or out of hobby or just as a pastime, but it did not even that person realize that what he is actually undertaking or pursuing just as a hobby or as a pastime is going to become his full-time occupation or his his identity in the society. So for all that, we have to give attention to third house, but in order for that to become your full-time profession and livelihood, you have to look at other angles as well. So friends, now restricting our discussion only to the aspect of your talent, so what you have to do as a first step is that, as a preliminary step is that, you have to give attention to the third house of your main ascendant chart. You have to see the placement of the third house lord in your main ascendant chart, in which dignity it is placed over there. Now friends, the moment you are going to open the D3 chart or the Drakana chart, which is a very important chart. So here friends, to begin with, any divisional chart, the first house and the sign rising over there is going to give you this idea that what is going to be the theme of your that skill, what is going to be your approach, your attitude, your style while being engaged in that skill. Like, see friends, like whenever we talk about every artist has got his own mojo or his own style. I even created a post a couple of weeks back because I'm a big fan of M. Night Shyamalan, and this guy, this filmmaker, all of his movies in his total film career is all about mystery, about psychology. So that is how this person's direction, his filmmaking style is. So that is something friends which I'm trying to tell you over here. So no matter whether you are an entrepreneur, you are a business person, you are a musician, you are a performer, you are an actor, there is definitely going to be a specific peculiar style of yours that we get to know by looking at that which sign is going to be rising in the first house of your D3 chart. So that's very simple. For example, if it is Aries, so there is definitely going to be lot of drive, lot of energy. If it is Taurus, there might be concerns of finesse, savviness, stability. If it is Gemini, the person might have to always remain in the mode of self-improvement, always consistently learning new moves. When we talk about Cancer, lot of imagination, imaginative talents. Leo being rising on your D3 chart in the first house is a very good sign for getting recognition, name, fame. If it is about Virgo, being very perfectionist. If it's about Libra, lot of relationship management. If it is about Scorpio, intuitive aspect, intuition, lot of research, intensity. If you talk about Sagittarius, which is a very good sign of being very optimistic and most importantly, very righteous in your craft. When we talk about Capricorn, there is a strong sign that whatsoever your talents are, you might turn it into your full-time profession or a source of income from that. And for example, friends, if you will find Aquarius rising, so something out of the box, being very genius, being very humanitarian. And if it is about Pisces rising in your D3 chart in the first house, so definitely friends, it is going to give you this idea how much dedicated and how willing you are to sacrifice on your craft. So this is one way friends by which you can get to know the skill aspect or the talent aspect of an individual, of a person. Now the second thing is that friends, the way you have to connect these two things. So now what you have to do is that from your main ascendant chart, your third house lord, you have to see its placement in the D3 chart, where exactly that planet is placed over there. That is going to give you this idea that whatsoever your skills are, in order to progress in that particular skill or succeed in that particular field, that skill, where you are actually going to get the support. Now this could be from the progeny, this could be from your partner, this could be from successful people of authority, this could be your bosses, this could be your friend circle, your socialization. So that you get to know by looking at the dignity and placement of your third house lord from the main ascendant chart in the D3 chart, where exactly that planet is placed and in which dignity, in which influence that planet is placed. And lastly friends, whenever we talk about the significator planet, that becomes very important. So for example, if you want to become a good astrologer, so Saturn is the planet which has the say in that specific field. If you want to get into the business of films or television, a performer, so Mercury and Venus, Venus represents the film industry, all this media business, and Mercury represents your skill and your performing skill. Now when we talk about anything to do with teaching, you want to become for example a preacher, or anything to do in the fields of spirituality or religion, specifically the religious aspect, then you have to give attention to the Jupiter's dignity. You want to become a Reiki healer, a Kundalini practitioner, or a trainer, teacher, so you have to give attention to Ketu's placement in the D3 chart. And let's say for example anything to do with the speculation, anything to do with the artificial intelligence, new age stuff, so for that you have to look at the condition and the dignity of Rahu in the D3 chart. So friends, the summary over here is that whenever we talk about anything to do with your skills, your talent, your resourcefulness, your drive, your motivation, your never say die attitude and approach, you have to look at the third house, and at the end combining and packaging all the signification of the third house. This house could be attributed in one term as this is the house of your talent. That is the only reason friends, whenever in any sort of astrological consultation, if someone is going to ask about whether am I suited for a service or for a business setup, so definitely for any of the concerns of business, you have to first look at the signification and the dignity, the condition of the third house, because obviously when you are in a service setup, so you are working on a fixed salary. In business there is profit, there is a chances of growth, but there is uncertainty as well. So you should not get bogged down because of the uncertainties of the vicissitudes of the business. So because of which, only if your third house is going to be strong, you can withstand all the uncertainties which comes and which are attached with the prospects of business. So this is one of the way friends by which you can look at someone's chart, and by blending all other different aspects or the pillars of astrology, you can conclude and you can get to know about in which specific field the person is going to shine, and the different aspect and the different support element, in which specific area of life the native is going to get the best grooming ground, best supporting environment to take out his skill, take out his talent and demonstrate it and be successful in that specific area. So that is something friends which I wanted to say in just one short video on the concept of determining the talent, blending it with your ascendant chart, with the D3 chart. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.